How you doing, guys? It's your boy Nando, and this is the Pound for Pound Boxing Show in association of Warrenboxingmagement. Today, I've got a very special guest. He's going to be headlining his own show on March 11th at York Hall. It's Chris Bourke. See if we could get him on right
now. Hey, mate. How you doing?
How you doing, champ? Thank you for taking your
thanks.
time to speak to us today. Really appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks for having me on. Thank you.
How's things? How's training?
Yeah, good. Busy training hard, just getting ready for March the 11th. So yeah, just training hard.
Brilliant. I saw today you were sparring the Menace himself. That must have been some sparring battle between you two.
Yeah, me and Dennis have done quite a few rounds together. And he's ideal sparring for this fight. So yeah, we're going to use him for sparring.
Brilliant. And what a great start to the year for you as well. You're headlining your own show at York Hall, an historic venue as well for the vacant British title, a title that you made clear that you've set your eyes on for a while now, and you get your opportunity against Marc Leach. How do you feel coming into this fight?
Yeah, I mean, the British title was massive for me. It's a fight, like you said, I've been calling for a while now. And it's a fight that, Marc Leach has earned his shot as well, and it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a high level quality fight on the night, and I'm looking forward to it.
Brilliant. And obviously you're coming in against a very experienced, say frustrated Marc Leach as well, because he's been waiting for this opportunity for a while. 17 and 1 and 1 draw as well. Very experienced. What dangers does he bring to the ring? Would you know much about Marc Leach?
Yeah, like you said, he's experienced. He's had nearly twice as many pro fights as me. So that's something that will help him. And in terms of style, he's quite elusive and awkward. And I think he can just be quite a frustrating fighter to fight. So that's something I'm going to have to just keep switched on with.
Of course. Let's talk about the last couple of years. So in 2020, you fought 3 times, once before the pandemic, twice during the pandemic, including capturing the vacant WBC international belt.
Yeah.
Last year was frustrating for yourself. You fought once. How frustrating was it just to fight once last year compared to the year before?
Yeah, it's not ideal. Ideally, I would have liked 3 or 4 fights, but I caught an injury and I caught COVID. So they're factors that couldn't really be changed. I'm still grateful for getting out once and getting a good dominant performance against a good fighter. But yeah, 2022 is my year. I'm going to start it with a massive title fight. So I can't wait.
Brilliant. And how important is it for your career to take this massive step up now? British title, headlining your own show as well. Has the British title always been like a title that you've always wanted to win? Because Carl Frock came out last year and said a lot of British fighters don't really go through the traditional route anymore of going for the British, Commonwealth, or European. They kind of forget how important it is to go through that those stages of their career to win a title like that.
I think people forget, it's hard to do that route. Is very difficult to win the Southern area, then the English, and then the British. You're fighting all the top boys domestically. So, you do that. You basically shows you're not avoiding anyone, and you're fighting the best to be the best. And yeah, as in terms of the British title, I think it's a title every British fighter wants, to say you're the King of Britain. So, yeah.
Of course. And obviously, you're from Streatham originally. I'm from Tooting, not far away from you as well.
Yeah.
When is it to bring that British title back to your ends, basically?
Oh, mate, it's everything, man. I've had loads of people reaching out to me and stuff, and everyone's just excited for me. And I'm just gonna do whatever I can to make sure I bring it back to South London on the night.
Brilliant. Is a dream of yours? I don't know, because obviously Lerone Richards is an AFC Wimbledon fan, so his dream is to fight there. But being from Streatham and it's not that far, would you like to fight at Plough Lane one day? Is there a stadium we got to from here that's quite new and big? Would you like to fight there one day?
I mean, if we're talking stadiums, I'd like to fight at the Den, Millwall boy, and I used to always go there as a kid and watch them and stuff, and seeing fighters walk down on the pitch and that's I always knew when I was boxing that's something I'd love to do as well.
I don't think there's ever been boxing there at the Den, so that'll be some atmosphere. Oh.
Yeah, and you know the Millwall lot are rowdy, so
yeah. as long as you're not facing a West Ham or a Chelsea fan, it'll be
yeah.
Let's talk about what does this mean for the winner as well, because you winning this belt in your division, you'll kind of have a little bit of a target on your back as well, because you know some may say, a lot of people may say that Brad Foster was robbed against Jason Cunningham as well that night. He might want to get redemption, try to get his belt back as well. Another up-and-coming fighter as well as Hopey Price. He's already stated this last week in a press conference that the end of this year he's going to go for a domestic title. So how excited are you as well? Not looking past Marc Leach as well, but how excited are you to have that opportunity to have these big domestic fights winning this belt?
Well, that's it, obviously not looking past him, but I mean, Super Bantamweight at the moment is just buzzing. There's so much talent there, big names as well. And I just think you win this British and it opens so many doors in everything, really. Do you know what I mean? It just propels my boxing career way up there.
Of course. Are you going to keep your your WBC belt, or are you going to vacate that winning the British title?
I mean, just have to play it by ear. I'm not really too sure, to be honest. I don't know. I leave it to my management and stuff like that. But whatever makes sense is what I'll do.
Of course. Another opportunity as well for yourself, depending if he keeps the belt, because he's already vacated this one, is Jason Cunningham as well, because he's got the Commonwealth, he's got the European. I'm not sure if he's going to keep them, but if he does, that's a massive, another domestic fight for yourself. Both Queensbury as well, easy to be made as well, and it deserves to be in a big arena kind of fight like this.
I mean, that's a huge fight, isn't it? I mean, it is massive. It's a fight that I'd love, and I'm sure if it made sense for him, he would love as well. So I'm sure at some point our paths probably will cross. Yeah.
And we've seen Uncle Frank. He's not scared to put a show in a full stadium. He did it with Stevenage with Billy Joe Saunders. So trying to maybe plant that seed of the Den in his mind, you might get that.
That's it, mate. I just need to keep winning and keep getting impressive performances, and it'll happen.
Of course. Obviously, as a boxing fan yourself and being British, I have to ask you, it was announced last week, Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury. Big fight. Obviously, of course, there's stories. Whyte still hasn't signed the contract, but I'm sure it will go. Well, fingers crossed it will go through. Are you Team Whyte or are you Team Fury?
I have to be Team Fury because he's on Frank's side, isn't he? Do you know? But unbelievable fight. I think it'll be great. I'm looking forward to the build up of it, probably just as much as the fight. Really, there's going to be a lot of back and forth, and they're both big characters, so it's going to be entertaining.
We all know that Fury can get under someone's skin as well, and Dillon likes to bite, so that is something you don't want to miss, and the weigh-in and the face-off as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be making sure the tables and chairs are screwed into the floor for the conferences.
The other one, well, obviously the winner could face the winner of the next fight for finally an undisputed fight is AJ versus Usic 2. Is it repeat or is it revenge in your eyes?
I think it all depends on sort of AJ's mentality. I think it's a really difficult one. So I think Usic's got the skills to beat him again, and it all just depends on AJ's mentality, I think, and whether he tries to fight like the bigger man or try and box him, because I don't think Usyk can really get outboxed.
So do you believe that AJ has to come in more aggressive like the old AJ before to beat him, use his power and his force on top of him?
Yeah, slightly. I think use your attributes that you've got over him and use your strength and your height and stuff, and just make him know that you're in there every second of every round.
The big question between the two fights, are they going the distance?
Oh, I don't think so. No. I think even if with the AJ fight, if he does that, he could walk onto a shot. So there's that possibility. Or if he doesn't, he could get Usyk out of there as well. And yeah, I can't see Fury and White going the distance.
A question I like to ask all my guests. Some like to answer, some don't. It's up to you if you want to stay humble or not. Is your fight going the distance?
I mean, look, it's hard to say. He's a tricky fighter. He's hard to hit, but I believe if I get him hurt and I catch him, I'll jump on it and I'll take the opportunity and take him out.
Brilliant. We look forward to that fight. It's a massive fight. It's going to be a massive card as well, with a few up and coming prospects on the undercard as well. We look forward to that. Before I let you go, do you have a message for the fans that are going to be traveling to your call to see you fight and also tuning in on BT Sport?
Yeah, just I really appreciate all your messages and support, and everyone that's booked hotels and booked tickets, and it just means so much. And thank you all very much. And tune in; it's going to be a good fight.
What can we expect that night, Chris?
To be honest, depends, doesn't it? Whether I think it's going to be a few tricky rounds, and then it's going to get entertaining. And you know, we both want this British title so much. I think it's going to be great. I think we're both going to leave it all on the line.
Brilliant. Chris, I want to say thank you for taking your time to speak to me today. Absolute pleasure. Look forward to seeing you on fight night as well. May the best man win. And I hope one day you get that dream fight at the Den as well.
Yeah, mate. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Take care. Good luck, mate.
Cheers, mate.